What's up, guys? Here for the Week 13 review. Once again, I apologize for not being available for a video last week. I'm sure you guys are aware life can get hectic at times, and things come up and just take the time away. I don't have any children, and I'm sure several of you do. So I'm sure all of you can relate to that. But without further ado, I'll jump into the matchups here. Obviously, my matchup's the first one on the board. It wasn't close. I destroyed Casey 175-91. Kind of nice to see my team actually perform well for once, given the season I've had. Everybody in my lineup scored double digits. I'm not sure if that's the first time it's been done this year by anybody. I know this isn't the highest score of the season. It's the second highest. I think somebody had 188 or something one week, or definitely, I'm pretty sure it was Jason had in the 180s one week. But we'll start off looking at Casey's team. They put up 92. Mahomes continues to kind of struggle this year. I mean, the Chiefs' record is okay, just not, obviously what people expected. Only got 12.5 here. Russell Gage had a big game, 11 for 130, 16.5 points. CeeDee Lamb played okay, had 16. Had 7 for 89, but he also added 33 rushing yards in that game. And then nothing else to really talk of in his lineup. Tevin Coleman did give him 9, kind of what you would expect. Odell Beckham found the end zone, but didn't do much else. Devin Singletary struggled. Rex Burkhead did kind of look like a good play. Obviously a tough matchup with the Colts defense, but he was going to be the starter there. But it was only able to give him 5 points. Everything else is kind of middle of the road, kind of what you would expect. Looking at let me look at his bench real quick. Oh, yeah, nothing on the bench. A lot of players on bye week. He's got a lot of injuries on his team too. Looking at my team, Kyler Murray, finally got to play him. I've had him on my team for, I think, 3 weeks now and haven't been able to play him. Because he's been injured, so it's nice to finally get to play him, and he actually performed 31 points. I believe he's the top scoring quarterback this week. It's a big reason why I try to trade for him. Obviously, probably not going to help my team. I believe looking at the playoffs, I have like a super outside chance at making it, but so it's not very likely, and I might not even win my matchup this week, so. Had Sony Michel in the lineup once he got ruled basically going to be the starter when Henderson was dressed but not going to get much time. Got 20 points there. Josh Jacobs got me 19.5. Deontay Johnson had 2 touchdowns, 26.5. Gallup, all of my players scored touchdowns. Gallup with 12, Van Jefferson 13, Logan Thomas with 12, and he obviously got hurt, so he's going to be out for quite a while. Lockett had 16. Chiefs defense got me 13. Kicker got me 11. And nothing going on the bench. Corey Davis, I had on IR. He played. He's going to be out for the season with an abdominal injury. I believe he's going to be getting surgery on that. Next up, we got Dakota versus Michael. Dakota won this one 134-117. Looking at Dakota's team, Prescott didn't play too well. Only got him 11. Joe Mixon, who's been on a tear recently, only got him 9, but did get a touchdown. Madison filling in for Cook with 20. Higgins put up 24, big game out of him. Elijah Moore had a nice game with 17.5. Gronk with 2 touchdowns had 20. Rams defense and Harrison Butker got 12 each. Nothing going on the bench. Did have Jacoby Myers in the lineup, who gave him 0. A lot of that had to do with the fact that Matt Jones threw 3 passes in the game last night. Obviously, because the weather was pretty crazy, they were still able to win that game. But that's going to happen sometimes, especially when you're in Buffalo. Next up, we got Michael's team. Lamar Jackson got him 17.5. Jonathan Taylor continues to play amazing, 24 points. Maybe the MVP this year. I don't know. We'll see. Fournette got him 19. Chris Godwin had 15 for 143. Big day out of him. 23 fantasy points here. Did have Hunter Renfrow on the bench, who had 15. Jameson Crowder on the bench with 8. Tyreek Hill struggled for him. Only the 3 points there. Ravens defense only got him 1, but everything else is kind of on par with what you'd expect. Next up, we got another blowout. Jason over Matt. This was 130 to 60. Looking at Matt's team, almost half his points came from Justin Herbert, who had 25. He got decent day out of his kicker and his defense, and then everybody else was just trash. I mean, except maybe CEH got him 10. Everybody else was under 5. Played DeAndre Carter, receiver for the Redskins. I actually had to click on the name and figure out what the fuck his name was. Boston Scott got him 0. I know he was hurt going into the game, and they were going to play him, and I think the likelihood was that he was going to get touches. It just didn't seem like they really – I don't think he even got – I don't know if he had any touches or anything. I know Gainwell was playing pretty well, so they probably rolled with him. Obviously, Thielen got him a half a point. He left that game pretty early with an injury. Cole Beasley only the 1.5 there. Looking at Jason's team, Tom Brady continues to be Tom Brady, 28.5. I mean, it's ridiculous that he's so old and still putting up these kind of numbers. Najee Harris got him 13. Justin Jefferson with a huge day with 30. Mike Williams had a nice day with 13.5. Hawkinson finds the end zone with 13. Tony Pollard had the big touchdown run with 14. Nothing else going on the team. Has an open bench spot for some reason. Not really sure why you'd ever keep an open spot. James Robinson didn't play too well, only 2 points. Cortland Sutton, 2.5. Everything else is pretty on par. Next up, we got Josh versus Garrett. Garrett won this one 117 to 108. Looking at Josh's team, didn't have Jalen Hurts this week, so he rolled with Gardner Minshew. Minshew played all right. Got him 19 points. I mean, I'll take that out of a waiver wire QB. Austin Eckler got him 15. James Conner with 18. Jalen Waddle continues to play pretty well, 13.5. Kind of upsets me that I traded him. Devontae Freeman with 18. Nothing else going on there. Had Derek Carr on the bench, so he played the right quarterback there. Only got 1 point out of Christian Kirk. Outside of that, everything is pretty much on par with maybe what you'd expect. I knew people thought Ayuk would have a bigger game than 7 points this week. I mean, he could. I mean, you never know, but looked like Mitchell and Kittle were the ones getting most of the points there. Looking at Garrett's team, Carson Wentz didn't do much for him, only 11, but he got a nice day out of David Montgomery with 24. Hopkins found the end zone, but didn't do much else, 10. Mike Evans was 1 yard shy of 100, got him 13. Pittman with 14. Colts defense got him 16. Kicker got him 10. Not much else going on. He could have played Russell Wilson and got a few more points, but obviously not needed because he got the victory. Played Latavius Murray, who got him 4.5. Fant got him 5, but I mean, all in all, pretty solid day out of most of his guys. Next up, we got Dalton versus Derek. Dalton won this one 98 to 76. Looking at Derek's team, he obviously needed a massive game out of Josh Allen last night. Didn't happen. Only got him 12. Mike Davis did decent for a change. Got him 15. Cardinals defense was 11. Had Cousins on the bench who had 20, so he could have got a few more points there. Obviously, Cousins had a definitely easier matchup than Josh Allen, but you're not benching Josh Allen. I mean, I don't care. Had Melvin Gordon in the lineup, who got him 0. I believe Melvin Gordon was ruled out pretty early. Let's see, where's the news? It won't let me go back that far on the app on my iPad to see, but I know he was definitely ruled out at least Friday or Saturday. I'm almost certain. So I'm not sure why you roll with that. Not that I think you could have played anybody to make up the difference here, not even anybody on the waiver wire. Metcalf only with 8. Amari Cooper with 5. Kelsey with only 4. I mean, you obviously expect a lot more there. I mean, Myles Gaskin only with 6. I mean, just a really, really rough week there. Looking at Dalton's team, Burrow played mediocre, 17 points. Elijah Mitchell had 16. Javonte Williams had 27. That was the big difference in this matchup, given the fact that Derek had Melvin Gordon. Dolphins got him 10. Had Dallas Goedert on the bench who had 26, so he could have got a lot more points there. Yeah, I mean, played Kyle Pitts who got 7. I mean, obviously Kyle Pitts is a big name. Obviously an amazing talent in my opinion, but just I don't know what's going on with the Falcons. I mean, obviously they don't have a lot of talent. Matt Ryan's kind of up there in age. They are not a good team. Obviously had a tough matchup with the Bucs. Played Kendrick Bourne for the Patriots at receiver in his lineup. Only got 0.3. Darnell Mooney with 5. Elliott only had 6. I mean, Diggs even struggled a little bit. Only had 7. But was able to get the victory. So last matchup we have is Garrett number 2 versus Kenny. Garrett number 2 won this one 144 to 128. Garrett number 2 had Stafford, who had 24. Miles Sanders was 16. Damon Harris was 17. Had that big touchdown run in the game. Had Amon St. Brown, 10 catches, 86 yards, touchdown for 20 points. George Kittle had 35 points. That is a huge day. Got 10 out of his kicker. Had Kenny Gainwell on the bench who had 17, so he could have got some more points there, especially if he played him in the flex where he had Zach Pascal who had 2.3. Or he played Brian Edwards who had 4.5, Chase Claypool with only 6. Could have got a few more points there, but all in all, nice day out of his team. Looking at Kenny's team, went with Taylor Heineke because he had Daniel Jones out with injury, Ryan Tannehill on bye week. Heineke got him 15. Antonio Gibson got the full share of the workload with McKissick out, had 20. Cordero Patterson, 11. Keenan Allen got him 20. 2 touchdowns there. He's been placed on the COVID list. I believe he is vaccinated. I'm not 100% certain on that, though. So I guess as long as he can get a couple negative tests, he could be available to play Sunday when they play the Giants. Cooper Kupp, another great day out of him, 23. Judy got him 10. Kicker got him 15. That's a big day. Not much else there. I mean, nobody really, I'd say disappointed his lineup. Maybe Devontae Smith with 2.5, but everybody else is pretty much on par or had a reasonable day. That is it for the reviews. This is the last week of the regular season. When I look at the standings, I'd have to really do a lot of scenarios to see if there's a chance. I mean, we have 5 teams at 5-8. There's going to be 1 playoff spot available, in my opinion. Derek and Mike will play this week. Each of them is going to be 6-7. So whoever wins that matchup is going to automatically be in the playoffs. The loser has a chance of not being in the playoffs. That'll depend on a number of factors, because there's going to probably be a lot of people tied at 6-8 possibly. The only person that cannot make the playoffs at this time, to the best of my knowledge, is Garrett number 2, because you gotta have to have 6 wins to make it with the way things have worked out. Obviously, Dalton and Jason, one of them is gonna be, one of them's gonna have a bye. Both of them win, they'll both have a bye. Garrett has a chance of getting a bye. He plays me this week. Obviously, I set up some of those rivalry matchups for the very end for a reason. Hopefully, I can take him out, because if I don't win, I can't make the playoffs. If I do win, I have to win and have another number of other scenarios, I'm sure, with all the other 5-8 teams as well. Obviously, it's Dalton, Jason, Garrett, Dakota are locks for the playoffs. And then whoever wins out of Derek and Michael is a lock. And then the last seed is just a fucking crapshoot. It just is going to depend on a number of factors. But we'll see. I know our tiebreaker is head-to-head. I don't know what the fuck the tiebreaker is after that. I'm not going to really worry about it. I'll just let ESPN decide. And once they make their decision, I'll be able to figure it out from there. What the rule was there. I believe A couple years ago, we had a little bit of an issue and had to do some digging. I don't know if it goes points for or how it figures that out. But whatever the site says gets that last spot, that's what happens. I'm not gonna intervene. And then obviously, if it's an issue and we want to make adjustments going into next year, like I think the best way, in my opinion, would be to do it is we got multiple teams tied, just whoever scored the most points. Clearly, that was the better team throughout the season. It's fantasy, so like head-to-head record, division records, all that stuff the NFL uses isn't really pertinent. I kind of do like the head-to-head record in our league because we don't have divisions, and if it's just straightforward, it makes things real easy. And we played, and I won, so I should get in. But see how it goes. Best of luck to everybody. Obviously, waivers go tomorrow. I don't think there's really anybody too important to try to pick up. Obviously, if you need a quarterback, there's Taysom Hill. And that kind of looks like it. I mean, just doing a quick browse. Obviously, he's projected quite a bit of points and has a very easy matchup. But best of luck to everybody. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving holiday with your families and enjoyed some football. Best of luck to your teams as the bowl games are starting in college. And I hope you guys have a great holiday and get to enjoy some time with your friends and your family. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.